about? What's good with the people, man? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? Man, what's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this Friendemy Friday? You say Friendemy Friday? What you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it, but before we do that, what's good, people like hee, ha ha, man? You know what I'm talking about? Ken in the pen, bro. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up, you know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Did I say Ken in the pen, man? I don't know, but if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now, man. You go get you some off 76 MacArthur Giants. Look at what I'm talking about. 82nd Hillside Barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? They say somebody put them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. Now, you know, because I tell you every morning, but just in case you don't mess with me, man, or you don't like me, man, you know what I'm talking about? You can still come get them from me, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you can still come get these things from me. Sprinkler system on you. Would you say, bruh? Sprinkler system on you. You know what I'm talking about, man? Also in stores now. Funkadiotrine, man. Make sure you go get you one. You know what I'm talking about? But if all else fails, and I mean if all else fails, man, make sure you go to Amazon, man, and cop you a hardback. You know what I'm talking about? Uh-oh, what's that? Swing that finger, young man. Worldwide INC, man. What'd you say, bruh? Worldwide Incorporated. What did you say, bruh? Worldwide. I ain't gonna say, what does that mean, bro? I'm gonna say, hey, you know what I'm talking about? You say, what, bro? Hey, you know what I'm talking about? It mean everybody. You say, what, bro? Hey, you know what I'm talking about, man? Everybody included, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And Dugu, Mike, Cutthroat, Lil Roo. Not Lil Roo, Lil Roo. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player. That's who comes next. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I'm gonna say, don't be blowing your nose on camera. Sorry, mama. You know what I'm talking about? Sorry, mama. You know what I'm talking about? Top of the world, mama. Top of the world. You know, talking about rock the baby, mama. Yeah, yeah, now a good brother like me, man. I don't promote no drug usage. A good brother like me, I don't promote no drug sellage. I don't promote no alcohol consumption. I don't promote nothing. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Now, I don't promote it, man. You know what I'm talking about? A good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about, man. I don't promote no crime. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no violence. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, I don't promote no domestic violence, man. Nah, man. Keep your hands off the people. He don't talking about. He don't talking about. Don't. He don't talking about promote. He don't talking about no negativity. He don't talking about no. Me, man, I don't promote shit. He don't talking about. They was talking to me, man. I don't promote shit. He don't talking about me, man. All I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we just don't know how much of it we got, man. But a good brother like myself, you know what I'm talking about, man, I ain't prejudiced. Nah, man. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, man. Nah, man, you know what I'm talking about. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the little people. Nah, man, me, man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. They was talking to me. Man, I just love me some everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest, you know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace, you know what I'm talking about? That joy, you know what I'm talking about? That love, what you say, bro? That love back to the YouTube community, man. You with me? Come on over here, man. Come fuck with your partner, man. Hey, check it out. Psst, psst, psst. Come fuck with a nigga one time, man. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all hold on real quick. Yeah, man, what's good, man? I done went on there and I still forgot the thing, man. Shame on me. I had to go get me some strawberry limeade, man. Y'all hold on. I'm back. You know what I'm talking about? Mama say always brush them whiskers when you on TV, boy. Told y'all my dog like to chew on this thing, so she just grab it, so I gotta put it up. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people? Shout out to everybody who allergic to birds but still a stool pigeon. You know? Probably want a cracker. Fuck it, man. You know what I'm talking about? I say, what's going on with you today, bro? Oh, no, Friendemy Friday. You say, Friendemy, what you talking about? You know, that's a word y'all that made popular around this motherfucker. Friend me, you know what I'm talking about? So the word is like your friend is your enemy type shit. You get what I'm saying? And I get with I get the gist of it. You get what I'm saying? I get the gist of it. But can I tell you something on this Friendemy Friday? Listen, people. It's like I told y'all how weird they is today. It'd be like, you ain't nobody if you ain't got no so-called haters, no ops, and all this old Chicago, all this old, you know what I'm talking about? This talk, everybody be talking and shit. So it's like, if you ain't got no haters or you ain't got no ops or nothing, like, you must not be doing nothing. But that Friendemy shit right there, bruh, I'm gonna tell you, now we ain't gonna want to agree. We don't never want to agree when it comes to checking ourselves. But, man, a lot of that shit be, it be you. It be us. You get what I'm saying? A lot of that shit has to do with the people we choose to let be around us. You know what I'm talking about? Because we living in a day now where y'all just we use that word, we use hella words way too loosely. We use that love way too loosely. We use friend way too loosely. And we put that label on anybody. You know what I'm talking about? So you let us tell it, man, we got love for this person. We got love for that person. I love you and all that shit. And a lot of that shit just, that should be for the moment, bruh. You would never know it, man, but a lot of people then came around you, period, man, for however they could benefit off you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about the real world, right? But y'all see how they do it on this. They do that shit on this computer shit all the time. You see how somebody will be juking, like somebody been and got their 15 minutes of shine or something. Then everybody find their way to their page and shit. And sit around there, you know what I'm talking about, trying to get jump started off they 15 minutes of fame, man, and shit. But it's just like that in the real world, you know what I'm talking about? I had to tell my little daughter and my little niece, tell them all the time, especially you females, because y'all just like to be in crowds. You get what I'm saying? Y'all just like motherfuckers around y'all. Y'all just like to be around people when it comes to them little niecey poos and shit. So y'all will, and this the one with the little niecey poos all the time. One of y'all will get a car. You'll be the first one in the group with a car. And everybody and their mama is going to blow up your phone as long as you got a car and you can give them a ride here and there and there, right? I done told my daughter and my niece the same thing. They didn't understand me till it happened to both of them. And the moment their car broke down or they got into some kind of accident, something, they didn't have their car no more, they didn't have their friends no more either. You know what I'm talking about? Because you was only, you was only good for that car. That's the value that everybody else saw in you. You get what I'm saying? After your car was gone, there was no reason for us to be around. And I had to tell them that. You know what I'm talking about? I did. But on this Friendemy Friday, we allow too many people in our life that shouldn't be around us. And then we quick to start talking about they was never a real friend and all. Like, you should have knew that before you let them people in on all your business. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, you should have just put more, you should have seen that shit before you hang around somebody, let them know everything that's going on with you, and then y'all fall out. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's almost like it's cool to fall out now. You feel me? That shit like a trend. Like, we gonna be friends today, tomorrow we ain't. I'm gonna start a slander campaign to slaughter your name, internet gang. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know how bro go on one. Hardest nigga you ever heard, bro. You know how bro go on one. But yeah, Friendemy Friday, folks. And all I would tell you is, you might want to screen people a little bit more, man, before you just give them your all. You know what I'm talking about? Before you decide we best friends and shit. Because today, man, especially the youth, you'll meet a motherfucker overnight, and like, y'all hella loose with y'all friendship and shit. You'll just meet somebody, the motherfuckers will be all in your house. You just met a motherfucker yesterday. This motherfucker know where you live. You done took this motherfucker to your mama house and just hella shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because we kind of loose like that. That shit reminds me kind of the hippie, like how the hippies was running around with all that love and shit. And everything was just free game, you know what I'm talking about? It was free sex, free drugs, everything was just free. It was just called love, you know what I'm talking about? That shit kind of remind me of that a little bit. And I say this because Despite what you think, we living in some dangerous ass times, y'all. We are. We living in some dangerous ass times. We living in some times where motherfuckers get more violent. Motherfucker kill you over anything now, folks. We just living in all that shit right there, right? So this really ain't the time. You just be wanting to meet somebody. You come across somebody, bruh. And you just give a motherfucker access to you. You get what I'm saying, bruh? We kind of too late in the game for that. We is, man. And I know y'all see all the little funny shit that be going on in these days, man. Especially with the little nephews and the niecey poos. Y'all be coming by these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers, a lot of these motherfuckers don't be having no good intentions for y'all. Whether it be a nigga or a bitch, you feel me? They don't be having no good intentions, man. You been connected yourself to that. Next thing you know, you ain't even here no more. Trying to hang out with some motherfuckers that everybody thought was cool and shit. Because I know one thing y'all got, but y'all steal now in these days, bro. I don't understand that shit right there, man. That's like, or probably not now, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all probably get celebrated for that shit now. But when I was growing up, you didn't want to be known as the thief, bruh. You didn't want to be known as the motherfucker I couldn't leave around my bundle. I can't leave around my bit. You didn't want to be known as that nigga, bruh. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't never been known as that nigga, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't coming up in there, man. I got partners right now, man. Them niggas got dispensaries in their house. You know what I'm talking about? Man, when these niggas go take a shit while I'm watching the motherfucking, the motherfucking, Warrior game. You know what I'm talking about? And came back, everything still way right. You know what I'm talking about? Because I don't do that, bruh. You get what I'm saying? I don't have, and I'm not trying to say that I'm better than y'all. I'm just saying, bruh, that ain't me. You get what I'm saying? It's not, bruh. And I take pride in that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't even have to know you, nigga. You get what I'm saying? And you go to the bathroom, I'm not touching nothing up in this motherfucker, bruh. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not a thief. Yeah, I don't like that shit, bruh. Like, because that just says everything about you, bruh. On some real shit. If you let a motherfucker in your house, bruh, and they around there snooping, it could be the smallest shit, bruh. Motherfucker could steal some matches. You know what I'm talking about? You just ain't to be trusted, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Because if you'll do something that small, and I'm sure I told y'all this story a million times of me being up here in the last couple of years. But I told you, bro, I was finna bless a nigga. He ain't even know it. I just seen my nigga waiting on his nickels. You know what I'm talking about? Way back in the day. It wasn't one of the main people, you know what I'm talking about? But it was a motherfucker that was around the hood. It ain't one of the, he's still a fella. You get what I'm saying? But it wasn't one of the main participants. It was just a nigga that was hanging around for that moment in time. And I just seen my nigga wasn't doing good, so I was finna bless my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? He don't even know I was finna bless him. I told him, let's go smoke. Told y'all I stopped at the gas station. When I come back, bruh, I'm one of them niggas that had hella change. Y'all be seeing me on live. I'm one of them niggas that put all my change and shit, bruh. So I'm one of them niggas that's liable to have about $33 in change, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? But when I come back, nigga, and I'm one of them niggas that keep big ass doobies and shit. You know what I'm talking about? And when I come back, man, I realized the change and the big doobies. Oh, it's a big ass dent in them. You know what I'm talking about? Told you I'm one of the niggas that had $33 in the motherfucking ashtray, man. Came back, man. It was exactly 75 cents. That motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? 75 cents, about 2 doobies, you know what I'm talking about? The little ones. And he don't even know he fucked his blessing up. You know what I'm talking about? I just smoked some weed and dropped him off. Just act like we was smoking, because that's what I told him. I never told him that I was finna go give him something. I was finna go get that nigga like a zip or something to have, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I'm so glad that nigga did that. I am. Because he told on himself. He let me know who he is right there. You know what I'm talking about? Because told you, baby, cuz been having spots around this motherfucker. Not only did I have the East Bay rolling, you know what I'm talking about? I was the one that had that rolling. Yeah, I had a spot in West Oakland on 25th over there on Martin Luther King. Down the street from Giant Burgers. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the Giant Burgers, me, Lil Rube, and Slaw. Oh, we was out there. We were tussling with the OGs that night, man. You know what I'm talking about? I had a dope spot right there. But I'm glad I didn't even take that nigga to my stoop. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what I mean, frenemies. But in this day and age, bruh, now, granted, don't get me wrong, you will have some people that you've been hella cool with for hella years and they'll change up on you, you know what I'm talking about? But I ain't really talking about that right there, you know what I'm talking about? Because that happened, but more than not, it's all these new motherfuckers y'all meeting and deeming these motherfuckers y'all friends that you don't be knowing these motherfuckers. Y'all been like they say in the penitentiary, you done met this motherfucker over a cold bowl of cereal. And somehow you done put all your trust and your belief, you done put all this shit into this person you just met. And for some reason, when we meet somebody, we puts it on thick. We go out our way to show a motherfucker who we is. And that's how you'll use yourself up, folks. Sitting around here, you'll let people get the best of you like that. You just meet a motherfucker, this motherfucker ain't showed you nothing. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't even looking. You just in a rush to show this motherfucker you real. You just in a rush to show this motherfucker that you true. Bro, you ain't got to be a rush. You could just be that. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to be in a rush. Motherfucker, if they'll be around, they'll be able to gauge what you is. You get what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers will, not everybody, but you have motherfuckers in this day and age that come around and they looking for that person right there. That person is always trying to prove they down. They looking for that motherfucker. That motherfucker that's trying to prove they real and all this shit. You know what I'm talking about? And they gonna get a workout out you if you that type of person. You feel me? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Hey, nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Hey, what'd you say, bro? Old lady. You know what I'm talking about? But on some real shit on this Friendemy Friday, I think that we at that point to where almost we looking for an enemy or some kind of op, you know, all that word, a hater or something. I think we looking for them type of people, you feel me? So I think we be coming across people we really don't know. We've been friends with them for a few days, a week or something, you know what I'm talking about? And then we get to turning on them people and try to act like they was, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, we used to be cool, used to be my ace, and now I want to slap the taste out your mouth, you know what I'm talking about? And we do all that shit. And if you notice, it's just like, me and this motherfucker both have been cool for like a week, you know what I'm talking about? Now we on this motherfucker going back and forth like we was really friends for 10 years, though. You get what I'm saying? That's why this shit it get tricky. Because they just got you running around telling people everything about you. You know what I'm talking about? A motherfucker that you've only known for not even a month. They shouldn't even know all that shit about you, folks. They ain't even know. Y'all be talking about real deep personal shit. You know what I'm talking about? With motherfuckers who you only known for a few weeks, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all don't even let motherfuckers earn their position. Y'all just be ready to deem this motherfucker cool or this motherfucker cool. And now you could be deemed cool, like, take this computer shit for instance. You could share a motherfucker video, right? And the motherfucker deem you like that was some real love. Like I keep telling y'all, that shit don't, anybody really shit you come across, you should just share they shit, nigga, just cuz, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That shit really don't take a lot to do. But you'll do that and the motherfucker will feel like, oh man, this motherfucker done showed me some love, and that really ain't no love, bro. It ain't. It's a nice gesture, but that shit don't constitute as no love. And that's how we misjudge people. Because y'all be watching what they do, but y'all don't be watching what they do. You get what I'm saying? Like, you'll be watching the motherfucker who posts your video and you'll think they showing you love. But what you ain't watched is that same motherfucker that posts your video, that same motherfucker into it with somebody every other day. You get what I'm saying? So you watch what they do, but you ain't watch what they do. You get what I'm saying? Because people character gonna follow them. And it's only gonna be a matter of time before you into it with that motherfucker, bruh. Because that's what these people do. They befriend people, then they talk about them. Like that shit cool or something, you know what I'm talking about? But I notice we be running around using that word frenemy, and we used to be cool, and now they the haters, the suckers, and all that shit. When a lot of time, bruh, we was actually even trying to be around somebody for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm talking about? You was over here fucking with this motherfucker from the standpoint of where you could bungee jump yourself. That ain't the right word for it, but like trampoline your game off of them. Like you going to fuck with this motherfucker right here because he knows somebody at the radio station. So you didn't even really like this motherfucker anyway. You was just using them for their plug, and you got a lot of shit like that. So when they be saying frenemies, I think a lot of that shit got to do with the way you gauge with like the motherfuckers you let be around you. You get what I'm saying? Because now we just in a big rush to be in the in crowd. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfucker come over here talking about this nigga know Shirley Murdoch now. He got the most friends and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I seen that with one of my niggas, that box out here. You know what I'm talking about? When we was in the pen. My nigga a real boxer though. But, the same shit. Like I was rocking with my nigga from the county jail. We just bumped into each other talking about boxing. You feel me? And, but everybody was just looking at him like he was a nobody until my niggas started getting all the pictures when they was hanging out the limousines and shit, you know what I'm talking about, with the WBO belts and shit like that. Then when motherfuckers started then, now all of a sudden he got he the king of the village. But before all that, you know what I'm talking about, motherfuckers was just treating him like he was a nobody, you get what I'm saying? Then as soon as they found out who he was, here they come. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody want to be your friend now. And that's how you get them things called frenemies. Because as people, we be wanting a cheerleading squad ourselves. So we will fuck around and we'll mix our game with anybody that's cheerleading for us. You get what I'm saying? So we'll surround ourselves with hella fake motherfuckers from the jump. Because they was just screaming your name. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, that's one of them things right there where you watch what a motherfucker do, but you ain't watch what a motherfucker do. You know what I'm talking about? And that shit easy. Just because somebody, you know what I'm talking about? Really, that's the easiest way to get up under somebody. Act like you fuck with them, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Act like you fuck with them hella heavy. A motherfucker will welcome you right on in. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I take that shit with a grain of salt. Either way you go. You telling me fuck me is the same way you telling me you love me on this computer. You know what I'm talking about? A good compliment to me is just like a bad one. That shit the same thing, bro. It's your opinion or whatever you said. You can't bite into that shit. You can't. I mean, you can, but you'll see how that go. But yeah, man, you can't really you can't be that motherfucker. Every time I get to talking, I'm gonna tell y'all what's so motherfucking good, man. It ain't the Ribbon Caramel Crunch Frap. You know what I'm talking about? That motherfucking cherry limeade. That motherfucking Sun Kiss, y'all be buying, or I'm the only one that be going to Family Dollar and getting the motherfuckers, you know what I'm talking about? I think it's about the cheapest soda up in that motherfucker, $1.95 where I'm at, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know how much it costs where you at if y'all go to Family Dollar. But that's some good soda pop right there, you know what I'm talking about, man? That's Sun Kiss, you know what I'm talking about? And the nephew says, old man, old lady. Nephew says, old man, old lady. Hey, what'd you say, bro? Old lady, you know what I'm talking about? That was some real shit. But you on this Friendemy Friday, man. You feel me? A lot of shit we just talk about today, period, man. It be self-inflicted wounds. But we act like somebody doing something to us. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of that shit be, because we good to go do some shit. Or we good to go rush over somewhere where we see a benefit for ourselves. Or we think we could benefit ourselves, or we gone. And then we'll fuck around and go in that direction or go over there and see that shit didn't benefit us. Then we'll start complaining. You know what I'm talking about? But if it ever benefited us and we went over there to get what we was looking for, you don't hear about nothing. You know what I'm talking about? They don't really complain about that shit when it work out. They just complain when it don't. But you don't be one of them motherfuckers, bruh, that be looking to surround yourself with hella motherfuckers. You feel me? I'm sure everybody gonna have some, not everybody, because you got a lot of lonely motherfuckers out here. But for the most part, bro, you gonna have your dogs. You know who you could trust, who you could tell shit to and all that. But, like, now it's like we losing that. Because it ain't like y'all got no, y'all just an open book. You know what I'm talking about? Because I guess y'all think that's real. So you been to sit around and told a motherfucker who really don't like you your darkest secrets. You get what I'm saying? And in about 4 days, they finna use all that shit you told them against you. Or you finna let a motherfucker around you and the whole time they finna sabotage something you going on or steal an ideal or they just don't got your best interest. Then we want to turn around and say a friend of me. Like we was cool, but if you just think about it, y'all never really was that cool. You didn't even give time for the friendship, the relationship to mature. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't. You just jumped right in head first, just gave a motherfucker, like, you know what I'm talking about, he just one of the fellas. And I'm telling you this because I did that shit before, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? And when I did that shit, bro, they played a nasty trick on Baby Cuz. You know what I'm talking about? But the good thing about Baby Cuz is Baby Cuz got smarts. You get what I'm saying? So when they played their little dirty trick, I realized it. I'm like, bro, why are we way down here, bro? It was one of these, like, right on the corner. I put 2 and 2 together right there. You know what I'm talking about? Then when I put it together, I put it together. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, when I put it together, I put it together. They didn't want no parts after Baby Cuz after I put my part together. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't. But that was my fault. You get what I'm saying? Because, and this was the time there was still players running around, but this was the time where that shit was getting less and less. You get what I'm saying? It's around 2008 or something. 07, 08, 09, around there in them areas. You know what I'm talking about? And we getting money and shit. Especially when you getting money, bro. You want everybody to be a player. You get what I'm saying? The motherfuckers you come in contact with, because you figure everybody getting money and ain't, but it don't be like that, bro. It don't. And the crazy part about it, when everybody getting money, it seems like that's the time where niggas start counting your pockets. You get what I'm saying? Even though it seems like it should be a player spirit in the air, it don't really be like that all the time, bro. Niggas be sitting in the background plotting and planning on some real shit. But that was my fault. Thinking everybody liked the Baby Cuz. Everybody gonna be a player about it. So I'm running around talking about this my brother and shit, man. Nigga ain't nowhere near my brother. You know what I'm talking about? That's when I stopped doing that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Claiming all these motherfuckers as friends and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because you'll fuck around and let a motherfucker who don't mean you no good just see too much. So I'm rocking with motherfuckers. I'm pulling up on my real player partners. You know what I'm talking about? And these marks that was around me, bro, they didn't deserve access to that. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't. Yeah, they didn't deserve access to that. They didn't even deserve to be at the player table. You know what I'm talking about? But Baby Cuz, being the player that I am, I'm just rocking around thinking everybody on the same frequency, but they don't be, bruh. You get what I'm saying? So after that, I stopped doing that shit, bruh. That's why it's gonna take me a while to gauge you. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to gauge you. About 10 years. I got some partners right now, we've been damn near friends 20 years. And they some new people I met. You know what I'm talking about? And they was gauging me. They thought Baby Cuz came from back home to rob people. They didn't trust me at first. I was looking at them. You know what I'm talking about? We was just skeptical. The way real niggas do. You know what I'm talking about? And some of their partners didn't like me. I told you Baby Cuz always been a loud, obnoxious motherfuckers. And my niggas from Southern, and you know my gang banging niggas, they don't be playing that shit at all. Like, who is Cuz? Who is Blood? They be on that. But my niggas from Crips. Like, man, what's wrong with Cuz? And all that shit right there, you know what I'm talking about? But my nigga, he was like, man, and then nigga just got the same energy as the niggas from back home. He always said that. But I'm always around they place talking hella loud and just my nuts hanging, you know what I'm talking about? Talking hella shit, you know what I'm talking about, Baby Cuz. And once we got to knowing each other, man, it was just some real deal shit from the jump. We've always been real with one another, you know what I'm talking about? Even when we were skeptical of each other, you know what I'm talking about? But it's always been real shit. Shout out my niggas, you know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. Then it was like when we got cool, all my niggas, nigga, I'm like a part of the family now, nigga. And all my other nigga partners, you know what I'm talking about? Nigga, we all just family. On some real shit. We all just family. We grew on each other. But outside of that, yeah, the Baby Cuz is like, I be networking and running around, you know what I'm talking about? But like, that shit we call friends, we pass that label just around a little bit too much. And we just be out here just everywhere fucking with everybody. We just living in them times, you know what I'm talking about? Like I said, be like hippies. So motherfuckers be out here smoking, you know how everybody, bro, I ran into some motherfuckers. You know, everybody talk like the movie stars now. So we talking about some shit. I don't even know how we get in this conversation. You know what I'm talking about? They talking about all this shit they want to put together and all that shit. And they going to fly me out. You know what I'm talking about? And all this is all we talking. You know what I'm talking about? And everything is about flying somebody out and we going to network and all this. Like, we just regular people, bro. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't got to be sitting here talking like, you know what I'm talking about, Trump and them. Everything, you know what I'm talking about? Bro could just get a rental and slide out there. It ain't got to be, you know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to give me no private jet. You know what I'm talking about? Very normal folk, regular people. But you getting all that shit right now, you feel me? And you just be in the wind, and you been to thought you met somebody hella cool, you know what I'm talking about? And on the back end, you been to just ran into somebody game, you know what I'm talking about? So on this Friendemy Friday right here, you know what I'm talking about? Just be careful how you pass that word out, you know, who you be hanging around. And sometimes we do that shit. Because we break our neck to go be with some other people that we deem famous or we deem cool or could do something for our brand or career. You know how everybody think like movie stars now. So we been around and I ain't bullshitting with you on that one right there, man. I've seen a lot of people do that and come back with some fucked up drug habits. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all be easy out there, man, and just keep an eye on yourself and the things you do. But what do I know? Only you can prevent forest fires, man. With them right there, if you don't remember nothing else, man, always remember it don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of that love. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody.